Okay, mini update. It's been a while since I've done a job on the Mini. A couple of reasons. One, I had to do some decorating in the house. I had to decorate a bedroom. Did that. Number two is then I went and had my operation on my knee, which is now a little bit better. So I'm in recovery. It was a week ago, that was. So I think we're on the 3rd of December at the moment now. 3rd of November at the moment now. Weather's been shit. So I've decided to get back out here now. I'm able to walk and get some jobs knocked off on the Mini. So MOT 14th of December, want to get done for that. Waiting for the big brake kit still. I ordered one from Lohan, an AP Racing one, but cancelled the order after 9 weeks. They couldn't tell me when it was coming. I fancied an AP brake kit, so I'm not having an AP brake kit now. Instead I've ordered a yellow stuff kit off Orange in Rudgley. So I've had their kit. I think it's a 330 something mil rotor, 333, something like that. 32 thick discs, vented and grooved with fast road pads. So that's on the way. So before I can put those on, well, I can put them on anyway as soon as I get them, but what I've got to do is I've got to change the brake lines, because the two front lines are badly corroded. There's one there, and you can see I've had to cut it off when I was taking the brakes out. No manner of persuasion would get them off. And then this side as well. So in the meantime today I've also put the suspension leg in this side. I've had the lower can from Orange after I had a bit of a problem with it. So I am currently whipping off the fitting going into the, I don't know what it's called actually, the brake distribution block, which distributes all of the, I know it does, it distributes all of the brake fluid to the individual wheels, and also to the clutch. I think it does it as well. There's a clutch line on there as well, and what does it in the clutch? I'll come back to that, I don't know. And it also does the anti-lock braking as well. So I'll find out what that's called, but I can't remember. Yeah, so all I've done at the moment is loosened the fuse board, because the brake line comes, you can see, I think you can see, the brake line comes down the back of the fuse board there and through the wheel arch to there. So I've got to work out now whether it's better to take it out this way, so it comes out from here that way, or whether I try and get that round the back, through, down and out. But I think I might have to take the ECU out as well. So I will be having a look at that over the next hour or so, and I'll let you know which way I have to go. Don't know, find out soon. Right, see you later. Okay, so the near side front brake pipe's off. Just removing the fuse box just gave me enough room to get it out, so that's the shape. I shall bend a new piece for that. But a little hiccup is I've bought M10 fittings, which is, this is a female M10, which spins onto that end, which is an M10 fitting for 3/16 brake pipes. However, what I've got on this end is something different. Now this goes into the brake bias system. I don't know whether it's called brake bias, I'm just guessing at the moment. And this does not go on, so it's not an M10 thread. So I don't know what it is. So two choices. One, bend up a piece of pipe and use the existing fittings, which I think is what I'm going to do with my brake pipe bender here. Or I might just nip down to Euro car parts and see if they've got one of these. Take down a couple of examples of the fittings and see if they've got any of them. That's probably what I'm going to do. I want to put new fittings in, so looks like there's a bit of a delay. Right, second side of the brake pipes. Got the inside out. So this is the driver's side, or the off side, or on the UK spec. So there's the brake pipe. Like the other one, comes through this wall here, and I think with a bit of light, there it is down there. Runs down around the back of the airbox, and then torch down, pops out here, and then goes into that block with the back one there. So let's have a look and see what's involved. Right, remove the airbox. Quite simple, shown that before, and it looks like the job that I'm doing is quite simple. I thought it'd be difficult. I thought it was going to go behind this plastic panel, but it doesn't. So that's the one we're after, down there, and it just runs up behind that lot into this clip, runs behind the noisemaker, might be a clip behind there, I don't know, into another clip here, runs down behind this wiring, behind the induction hose, and then comes up and through the bulkhead. So I think this one is pop it out the clips, undo that, and then take it out that way, not the other way. Let's have a look how we get on. Okay, so as an update, I've got the brake pipe nice and loose, ready to take it out now. But what held me up for 20 minutes was down here, where my screwdriver is going, right on the back of the bulkhead, right down there, there is a brake pipe clip. Oops. There's a brake pipe clip similar to this one here, and it took me a bit to find it. I just thought it was snagged up on the induction hose, but it wasn't. So if you're doing this job, keep your eye open for that. Okay, as I'm taking it out, I think the biggest issue is going to be getting it behind and round this. So I'll have a look at how it goes. I'd like just to lift it up and then feed it through, but because that power connection is there, I don't think I'm going to be able to, and I'm not going to start undoing that and tracing that back. I don't know where it goes. I haven't got a clue, don't want to know at the moment. Just want to get this pipe out. Okay, well, keep going. I'll see you later. Okay, so near side brake pipe, it's out, it's on the floor, there it is. What a nightmare. Had to take all of the induction and the noisemaker out. What a nightmare. There it is. It would have been easier if the cable didn't go at the back of this power supply, which it looks like it goes down to the steering rack. I think if it was in front of it, I'd have got it out without taking it out, but because it was behind it, it was a nightmare. Ended up pulling this end through and up into the engine bay, and then bringing it out from that end round to this way. What a nightmare. Mini, why drop it right the way down to that clip down there when you could have just put it all the way around the top of this underneath this bulkhead there, which is the way I'm going to be putting it back in. So what I'm going to be end up taking out is this section and making that sweep to there. So take this section out and then sweep it around to there so it doesn't drop down to that clip, which I think would be easier for install and any tatting around that I'm going to be doing later. So induction hose is off again. I don't know whether I do it while I've got it off, order a noisemaker delete and get this bit deleted. I don't know. Right, it looks like just it's a normal piece of hose. Never mind, no it isn't, it can't be. Right, back to it then. See you later. Right, mini update. I bent the brake pipes. I did buy a Pucker Gen brake pipe bending tool, but found it a nightmare to use. Conifer, which is copper nickel, is quite easy to bend. It's not too strong from a bending point of view, not as easy as copper. and much easier than steel. So I decided to do my old trick when I was 20 and working on my GT6, which is up there. Look, there it is, there it was. I used to bend copper by hand, and I tried bending this by hand using the same method, which has worked. Alexa, stop. So what I do is I start off at one end. I measure the length of brake pipe I need, so I get a flexible tape. Mrs. is not too happy that I've got a sewing tape. And I measure the old brake pipe from front to back, leaving the ends on so I can see where the ends terminate, and then I just cable tie and tape the first piece in, put the first bend in, and then cable tie at the end of the bend, cable tie at the bend, cable tie at the bend, cable tie at the bend. And I just keep going all the way through. You can see there's a little cable tie. Didn't need to do that one. But it's haven't done this for a while, and as normal, when you get to the end, I'm an inch short. So what I've done, you might have seen in the last segment that I did, I said that I wasn't going to come down here and attach this clip that's down here. But I have. I've decided to bend that in to make sure that I get that clip. But what I can do when I fit is change this profile, to cut this profile a little bit out, and I'll just bend it by hand, and then that should give me that inch back, and I'll put the fitting on there. So there's the front, right length, because it was a shorter one. There's the front side, driver's side, that needs to go on. And I mentioned in the last, there's my cutting tool, brake pipe cutting tool, and I mentioned in the last one that previous video that I recorded, but the same one as this video, that I had a problem with the ends, whereas one end was bigger than the other one. So this turns out to be an M12, and this one is a M10. So I got this, and I got this from Euro Car Parts, and it's just a set of fittings. You can see I'll just zoom into them. So M10 females, M10 males, M10 connectors, so if you want to join two together, M12 male, which is what I needed, and M10 female. So yeah, there's the connectors, and there's the M10s versus, sorry, the M12s versus the M10s. You can see a lot bigger. Right, you know when you have that moment and you check twice, cut once. Well, I was just looking at these two. We're about to flare this new end. I'm looking at the old end. That's at the caliper side because it's all rusty here, which is why I'm changing it. And then at the brake burst end, which I thought was an M12, it actually isn't. It's another M10. So I thought that can't be right. So I got an M10 and M12 out. So there's the difference. You can see one is significantly bigger than the other, obviously because one's M10 and one's M12. And then I went to the car with those. Just let me, oh, it's dark. I'm taking advantage of the good weather. So if I put the light down there, if I get the light there, can you see the two open holes? So the top right and top left. Top right is M12, top left is M10. Can't believe it. Mini, what are you doing? Why have you done that? I don't know. Probably a good reason. I can't think of a good reason for why they've done that at the moment. Nearly caught me out with me having to bend another piece of brake pipe. So yeah, just thought I'd update on that. Check your fittings at whatever that is, that brake biased distribution block, whatever it is. So yeah, don't get caught out. I nearly did. I nearly had to scrap that long piece of brake pipe, which would have been a real piss off factor. Okay, I'll go and flare these now. See you later.